The first person convicted for violating Hong Kong's national security law has been slapped with a hefty jail term of 9 years, a sentence that effectively sets a legal precedence on the likely punishment terms for at least 60 other national security defendants in the city. Tong Ying-kit, 24, heard his sentence on Friday, after the city's High Court found him guilty of terrorism and incitement to secession. He was arrested on July 1 last year, when he rode a motorcycle into a group of police while carrying a flag that bore a popular anti-government protest slogan, "Liberate Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Times." In sentencing Tong, a 3-judge panel said a deterrent sentence needs to be handed down to reflect his liability over the 2 offenses. "We consider that this overall term should sufficiently reflect the defendant's culpability in the 2 offenses and the abhorrence of society, at the same time, achieving the deterrent effect required," the judges said. The judges, who are appointed by Hong Kong's government to hear national security cases, said the fact that Tong had pleaded not guilty meant his expression of remorse cannot be a mitigation factor to ask for a reduction in the sentence. Tong appeared calm in the dock while hearing his sentence as more than 100 journalists and citizens packed the courtroom for the landmark case. One woman in the public gallery shouted, "We will wait for your release, Ying-kit," just after his jail term was announced. Life imprisonment is the maximum penalty under the national security law for the offenses Tong was found to have committed. He was arrested on the same day that the law came into force in Hong Kong. Only a handful of people from the city were allowed to see the full text of the law before it was passed by Beijing's National People's Congress. As the first person to be jailed over Hong Kong's national security law, Tong's case sets a precedent on how local courts may deal with the other 60-odd defendants accused of violating the same law. The number of people facing prosecution under the security law will certainly climb, as the police have already arrested more than 130 people since the law was enacted, including many opposition lawmakers, activists and media tycoon Jimmy Lai. Earlier in the week, the same panel of judges ruled that Tong knew the slogan on the flag carries the meaning of separating the city of Hong Kong from the People's Republic of China. Because Tong had displayed the flag on his motorcycle in such manner and drove past 3 police cordon lines, the judges said the former restaurant worker intended to communicate the secessionist meaning of the slogan to others. During the trial that lasted for 15 days, the prosecution and defense had called for testimony from history and political science professors to give evidence on whether the slogan was indeed an incitement to secession.